Hello, my name is Maurice and today I'm going to show you how to build workflows. Let's dive right in. So now here I'm in my default project. One of the first things I would like to do is to create here on the top right new workflow. Now it gives us two options. So we can browse through templates to kickstart quickly what we want to build. So for example, here very interesting sales templates or marketing templates. But in our case, I just want to start from scratch. Let's name our workflow. I actually want to build a workflow that summarizes my daily emails. Daily email summary. Now we're in the workflow builder. Usually one of my first things I will do, I will plan my workflow out with AI using our chat feature. So here I can press Build with AI window here on the top. Next, I will prompt the agent to build us a workflow. So here, build me a workflow that summarizes unread emails daily. Alright, as you can see now, the agent is going off to work. It first worked on the trigger. So the trigger node is a node that starts the workflow. So it could be a manual trigger, it could be a scheduled trigger, and in our case, since we now want to check our daily emails, it sets the daily trigger on a certain time. So every day at a certain time, the workflow is going to run. What we can also see here right now is actually we don't have a connector in place. So one of the things I need to do now is I need to connect my Gmail. So now we see the agent already picking up that we connected the Gmail node and is going to continue its work. Now the agent asked us some relevant questions because our prompt was very high level. So let's dive into these. So here it asked me to classify and label emails. We can ignore that for now. Generate a summary report. This is what we want to do. So in our case, I just want to generate a summary report. So let's do it. Now what we can see, the agent now created an AI agent node. So this is our custom node where you can prompt AI agents within your workflow. So now we have an agentic workflow. Also what comes in handy, the agent already tests the workflow, as you can see right now. And then it goes into a self-reinforcing loop and also fixes itself if it recognizes there's some errors. Alright, now the baseline is done. What I usually like to do is now I want to hit publish. And when we hit publish, it saves it as a first version. Now that the workflow is published, it's saved under version 1. I will stop now working on this workflow because now the final step here would be to then send the email summary to a certain place. So before we stop, let's just check based on the latest one what the agent actually produced. So for that I clicked on the node and then on the left hand side we see the input. So here you can actually see my private emails and there was quite some input here, and on the right hand side this is the output of the agent, and here you can also see that the agent already has a system prompt, so a prompt that guides the agent to do certain actions. So technically as a next step we can now choose like a Slack connector, or we can also choose an email connector to then send us this daily summary. Since we now have the first version ready, let's dive onto the left side of the user interface. So here we have the tab versions. And here you can see this is our latest saved version. So here you can always revert back to this initial version when you progress building your workflow. Then we also have runs. And this is a log that keeps track of all your workflow runs. And here you can also track if maybe something goes wrong, you can dive deeper here and see at which point or which node causes the error. This makes it easy to debug. Then we also have connectors. So for this workflow, we only have the Gmail connector and variables. This is a bit more custom, which we will not dive deep in today.